Welcome back, PCS fans. This is One Trick Podcast, and this is Giovannetti, aka PSG Talon, favorite content creator from Italy, probably, or something like that. This is another episode of PCS Weekly Rundown, and this is the first episode about playoffs. We finally made it to playoffs. First week is gone. There were a lot of games during the 6 series we witnessed last week. A lot of stuff to talk about. Just 2 teams being eliminated because of course there is double elimination, and now top 6 is really on full gear. We had a bit of an upset, some not so unpredictable results, but the games were absolute bangers, and now we can watch the best 8. No, there were just too many games. We cannot just keep them down to 8. So what about adding some more moments? What about, well, yeah, just more random numbers. It works. Okay, let's take a look at the best 12 moments of the week, starting with number 1, which is a tutorial on how to throw a game offered by J-Team against Boom Esports in the first game of the best of 3. No, Hannah, that's not the way to go. After another game though, J-Team were just too good, and with Anas Olaf and Lil V Israel, they stomped away Boom Esports, sending them back to losers bracket. We are now to the second series of the one, which is Impunity versus Machi X. Machi were just trying their usual brute force, but they didn't take into account Singapore's surprise Top King. Yeah, I tried to hype up a bit of the series, but it just wasn't close at all. And Impunity were sent back packing the lower bracket with an Akali pentakill, courtesy of Genius. And their staying in the lower bracket wasn't that fun at all. Impunity faced up against Bergius Dragon, and they tried to replicate what Machi did to them, but they didn't take into account K2 Senna.
开启了自己的暗幕，但绑没绑到，就让能够将人头给收获吗？赶紧开出了一个进化，打出闪吗？应该是没有办法了，而且这里 K2 又要反身留人，这收获后面的伤害还有 buff， 虽然很高，但 K2 是 A 的很开心啊 ！W 在绑到最后闪现还是中到了这个周末之友，但这里 K2 应该是收了很多的灵魂，闪现过去的四图丢啊 ，A 死了 K2。
And now we get to some more interesting series with a best of 3 between Boom Esports and HKA. Young and friends were trying to firm up some confidence, but they received this amazing 1-2 punch from Boom Esports in game 1. Game 2 though, Boom couldn't contain HKA. And they couldn't deal with this GNAR from Rock. Now best of 3s are finally gone. We jump onto the best of 5 with a run for winners final, starting with Beyond Gaming facing up against MachiX, and I just don't understand how every time we talk about Beyond, it's all about that one final team fight. It's easy to point at Beyond Gaming as the best team fighting team in the league, but this time they forgot about the best team fighting champion in the game. With this insane shockwave from Jimmy and Zoriana. Once again, one last team fight. But this time, Eradicary Dogo is being caught out of position in enemy base. What do you do? If your answer is just wait for MachiX to jump onto Arazir, well, you probably are the strategic coach for Beyond Gaming. We can now move on to the last series, but definitely not the least series we have to talk about, with PSG facing up against J-Team, with J-Team actually trying to do something good with their comp, but then unified on Tristana. Just unified on Tristana. Nothing more to say. And if that was game 1, the same could be said about game 3. Because J-Team didn't show up in game 2 and game 3, and it was all ended by unified on Tristana. Once again, yes, with a pentakill this time. And now to close up, let's take a look at the bracket. As you can see, the only 2 teams eliminated are Boom Esports and Impunity. And next week we will have a closer look to lower bracket with Bejaya's Dragon and J-Team facing up in a best of 5, and Onkang Attitude versus MachiX doing the same to avoid elimination, while PSG Talon and Beyond Gaming are waiting for the following week in a winners final. As always, hope you guys enjoyed this video. go down into the description down below, click on all the link you can find to support What Your Podcast, to support PCS Discord, to support PCS and everything you want to know. Let us know in the comment if you want to know something more about the league, if you want to go more in depth about something for playoffs, and most important of all, see you next time, guys.